this is Joseph with JN Unique Designs, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done a video. It's been one heck of a time just to catch up on things. Today I'm bringing out an old technique, glitter florals from Elizabeth Craft Designs. So join me and let's have some fun. This is my glitter tray. I'm sorry, it's kind of a little messy, but you can see how much I love the glitter. So what I first do is I get dies from Elizabeth Craft Designs, and then I use double-sided adhesive and I put it onto soft finish cardstock. And when cutting florals into the soft finish cardstock, you want to make sure that the dies are on top of the release sheet facing down. Hence, therefore, you can see how the die is coming out of the florals here. What we're going to do is you're going to need that double-sided adhesive that is on here that we cut the florals out of in order to make your florals. So as I mentioned, I put double-sided adhesive onto soft finish cardstock, place it face down on my tray or my cutting board as such, put the dies on top, and then run it through once. And what I do is I get these cutouts. So what I would like to do is I always build things in order. And today I'm going to use soft microfine glitter from Elizabeth Craft Designs. I'm using copper bronze, number 664, and yellow, number 636. So between those two, we'll get started here. So what I like to do is I just like to start again with the stem, start with the center. So I'll peel off the release sheet with the center here. Sometimes I use Elizabeth Craft Design tweezers, and what I'll do is I'll just dip it into the bowl itself if it's small enough, pull it out as such, and then I will just varnish it, just rub it, just to get the glitter to stick inside of the floral. So let me do that with all three of these here. I know I don't have anything prepared just because this was a last minute video, and I know that it's just been a very busy time. So thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for following me. Thank you for being here. Follow me more on Elizabeth Craft Designs Facebook page. I'm there designing for Elizabeth Craft Designs. I'm also helping out with some of the videos over at Joyce's channel, who's on Elizabeth Craft Designs floral design team also, Joyce at BoQ Creations. So please go support your local stores is the important thing that I always say, and Els would say the same thing. So we're going to play with some glitter today. So now that we've gotten those three done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the release sheet off of all of these florals. Try not to touch the glue, because what you want to do is you want to prevent the oils from going onto the double-sided adhesive. So it's taken me a little bit here just to peel off the release sheet, and I'm just setting them off to the side here, off camera, just so that you can see later on if you need them for anything. And then what I'll do is I normally just pour glitter right on top, nothing fancy. See, just like that. And then use a coffee sheet. What I use is I use a coffee sheet there just so that the glitter is contained. I'll scoop up the rest, take the other sheets and just mix it, touch the tips around the edge here, get some of that. Same thing here. You know, I try to pick up the pieces, the floral pieces, without touching the glue. That's what you do there. And then I'll take the other florals. I don't have, actually, these are from the second release of the Elizabeth Craft Design Florals set. I don't have the numbers on the top of my head right now. I'm going to have to look back and see what those florals are for you. Give me a little bit of a second here. As soon as I finish glittering all these, I can look back and tell you which florals I'm using. Note to self, for me at least, is don't sneeze when you're working on glitter. I've made that mistake before. I've sneezed, and by sneezing, yeah, you get the silk microfine glitter all over the place. So I'm just, I'm not necessarily holding my breath, but I'm very careful on where I'm breathing. So there's that. And I'll take my coffee filter, put it right back into the jar. As you can see, there's plenty left in the jars because we don't use very many with the soft finish, no, silk microfine glitter. It's always been a joke around multiple places floating, saying that I've always been known as the glitter king, which is hilarious. I don't think I'm the glitter king, but I do like playing with glitter. As you can see how when I'm rubbing these florals to get the glitter stuck on the tape, what happens is that it shines up. You see when I varnish it? See off the side here? See how the color just brightens up and it just looks beautiful. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope your day is good. I hope everyone had a great Mother's Day that is celebrating Mother's Day, or those fathers who are doing double duty. So you see how it shines here. Look how cool that looks. How great that looks. See? So I'm trying to do this and then normally I take just this Swiffer cleaning pad that I have here, lining my board, and you can see I just rub my hands on it underneath, and the glitter comes off, and I don't have to worry about it. I leave that there, and I put my tray aside for future use. All right, so I know you've already thought about that. Whoops, I apologize. I just hit the stand, so I apologize about that. I won't do that again. Hopefully, now that I say that, you know, it's bound to happen somehow. So let me look this up. Somebody asked, I mentioned it to earlier that I'm gonna show you which florals I used. So the first floral that I used is floral number 5. These are floral number 5 pieces here. These are floral number 5s. And these are floral number 9. Then these are pieces from floral number 9. So the center pieces from floral number 9. And I'm also going to use a basket that came out with Yosette's series, this last spring release, the Easter basket. And so I already created this, and I will show you in another video how I made this background. And this is another video in making this basket. So I'm going to use this basket. So keep following me for more inspirational videos, and just let's have some fun. Let's have some fun crafting. Question is, there it is. What did I do with my little foaming pad? So I'm using a foam pad that is from Sizzix, from Tim Holtz. And what I'll do is I'll turn all of my florals upside down. And I'm just gonna go from petal to petal, all the way in. Same thing with the large ones. So how many of you, I wonder, I'm curious, how many of you are thinking of going to the Elizabeth Craft Designs retreats? They are so much fun. Els is a fun instructor. There's one coming up here in Colorado in the end of May. I believe it might be sold out actually. But if you're in the area of Colorado, you know, message me. Let me know that you're here in town, and I'll be more than happy to meet up and show you some of the things that I've done. You can see as we use a simple ball stylus, what happens is it sticks up. You can see, and it'll just stick up like this. And what I'll do is I'll take this floral, the same thing, stick it right in the middle, get it to stand up. I'll do the same thing with these florals real quick. I don't know where everyone is hailing from or watching from, but I am crafting from Denver, from the center of Denver here. And boy, the temperature has been very warm here in Denver. I think we reached 80 today, which is 90 yesterday, and we'll be in the hundreds in the coming week here. Very, very warm in Colorado. No more snow for us. So Elizabeth Craft Designs don't have any specific names for their florals. Hence, we can do whatever we want with the florals. You know, if it was something that was named for a specific, it becomes harder. So what I'm doing is I'm just tapping it off, as you can hear, taking my pad here, and I'm just tapping it off to the side here. And then the next thing I'll do is I will take a tray here. Give me a second to see what happened. I have these trays that are my glue trays, and I got these from clearbags.com a while ago. They're just little clear trays, and what I do is I'll keep my beads in there and stuff, and I'll take some Kids Choice glue, and I'll put a little bit in here if it wants to come out. As such. You can see my Kids Choice glue is very old because it had a puncture in this tube, so sorry, it's not supposed to do that. So let's do that. I'll set that aside there. I forgot to shape these pieces. So with these pieces, being that they are the center of the florals, what I just do is I just circle around them in the front here. I don't flip them over. And we'll put those down in the middle here shortly. So my personal preference is I always use Elizabeth Craft Designs tweezers when I'm placing florals. And I always like to start off with the small florals first, and then I'll move to the large florals. With these florals, what I tend to do is I can cup them like this in my hand as such, and then dip them into glue. Or I can take a little brush and put them down. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick this on one right about here, and it'll stick right perfectly right there. Take a small one here. I like to cup this. I think I like that a little bit better. I'll take this glue, just dip it in there for a little bit. Boy, this glue is thick because I haven't used it in a while. Stick that in there. Perfect, just as such. This Kids Choice glue dries clear, so you don't have to worry about it. I'll do the same thing with this. I'll cup it up. Take a little bit of glue, and I'll stick it down here. As such. Do the same thing with this, cup it up, a little bit of glue, put it down here, and cup that up. And then I'll do the same thing with these. Put that up like this. And I'll put this floral here. So very easy, as you can see. I just like to cup it up, get a little bit of glue, scoop a little bit of glue, stick it down, and then I just twist it around just a tad bit to give it some dimension. Put that there, just as such. And since these are smaller, what I'll do is I will use the tweezers to put them in. Get a little bit of glue, put them right in the middle here, just as such. There. Put that in the middle there, underneath there. You don't have to worry about the glue coming off, like I said here, because this glue does dry clear. And that's the beauty of this glue. I'll just squeeze that in there, push that down just a tad bit. Now we have sunflowers. See how easy that was with the glitter? And I didn't create any leaves for this yet, but you can take any leaves you'd like from any of the sets from Elizabeth Craft Designs. Let me see if I have some leaves in my box here, and I can just fashion up real quick. Yes, I'll fashion up some of these ones here real quick, and I'll show you what I'll do with them. So hopefully this is what happens when you don't prepare. I think that should do it. I'll just use those two. I've been a big fan of these new type of ink that I discovered just the last couple of days, and it's called VersaFine Clair. And let me show you what those are like. Here, give me a second to grab my set of inks. And I love my mat, if I haven't told you that already. I love my mat here because my mat here, I don't need any thing to color on. I just go and use it straight on. So, VersaFine Clair. Look at how juicy it is and how fine that is. So what I've done is I've just placed it on my mat and I've colored it directly. As you can see. Nothing fancy. And then a VersaFine Clair, this is called Green Oasis. And I just found this ink, discovered it the other day. I mean, it's been out for a while. And I just love how juicy it is and how fine detail the colors are on it. It's just great overall. I mean, there's distress oxides. There's plenty of inks out there. So don't get me wrong. These are not you have to use these. I just like them because of how how easy they are to use. And I'll just take a wet wipe, a Clorox wipe here that I have next to my desk, and I'll just wipe it off. See how clean that is and how quick that was to get that clean. All right. I'll take my little mat here and I'll turn it over. It says I have one side that's glitter mostly and one side that's not glittered. Take my ball stylus, nothing fancy. I just pull down the center. Look how easy these florals are being made. I take that, and take that. And what I'll do is I'll flip them over and I'll take the ball stylus and I'll press down at the tip here to give a little bit more dimension, just like such. And I'll start breaking them apart. And using the same type of glue, the Kids' Choice glue here, what I'm doing is I'm just scooping a little bit of glue and I'm just sticking it into the florals here. As such, nothing fancy. See? What I'll do is I'll stick this one down here, towards the bottom here. Give it a little bit of more depth. Take a little bit of glue here. I'll stick this one underneath here. More glue there. Perfect. Perfect. I'm gonna use my tweezers, and there you go. Now you have a very quick and easy sunflower card that I just made using Elizabeth Craft Designs Florals. Come join me again next time for another video, and I look forward to doing more fun videos with you. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and find me on Elizabeth Craft Designs Facebook page. Have a good night. Thank you.